I'm Chris Ralph, Partnership Manager here at Limworks, and I'm going to be focusing on what we're seeing operationally when it comes to delivery and returns, and more importantly, how retailers can set themselves up for 2026. We've heard from IMRG just now about overall market trends. What I want to do quickly is just connect that macro picture to what's happening inside operation teams. Because in 2026, delivery and returns performance is no longer just logistics, it's brand experience. Next slide, please, Tom. About my a little bit about myself. No one calls me Christopher, it's just Chris. If I call Christopher, it tends to be my mother when she's telling me off. But I work in the partnership teams, I've been here about 5 years, and I specialize in connectivity. So making sure that the Limworks platform works well with our partners, NCF being on the call, and one of them today. I won't bore you too much on myself. Tom, next slide, please. So, what's the consumer reality in 2026? And let's start with these stats from a survey we recently did at Limworks ourselves, which asked 4,000 consumers about their shopping habits. So, here are the main things that came out of the survey. Consumers are now fully mobile first. 64% say smartphones are their primary shopping device. That changes buying behavior because it's faster, it's more impulsive, and it happens across multiple touch points. More importantly, 59% of journeys now begin on marketplaces, not retailer sites. So, what you should read in there is that you don't control where the customer starts their journey. You don't control how fragmented it is, but you are fully responsible for what happens after that checkout. And this is where delivery returns is becoming critical. From this survey, there's a QR code if you want to read that report there as well. 81% say that free returns are essential, and 78% will shop again after a positive returns experience. So post-purchase isn't just a cost center anymore, it's a full-blown loyalty engine. Next slide, please, Tom. So operations unpacked and numbered, and again, there's a QR code if you want to see this report, so please do scan and take a look for yourselves. So what I just spoke about was the consumer side, but I imagine what people on your call are looking at the retailer side. So our State of Commerce Ops 2026 report showed that 89% of retailers report year-on-year growth, and that is positive, but only 37% report excellent inventory visibility. Nearly half of them cite AI and automation integration as a challenge. 42% highlighted shipping cost inflation, and we just saw that on the last slide there, cross-border tariffs from France as well, etc., going up. 36% struggle with delivery time management. So growth is happening, but operational maturity isn't always keeping up with the pace of that growth. And when growth outpaces control, delivery and returns are usually the first areas to crack, which then has a knock-on effect to consumer experience and loyalty, like I just mentioned. Next slide, please, Tom. So where are operations breaking under pressure? Across the retailers we speak to, the pressure points are pretty consistent, and I'm sure people on this call can relate and why you're here today to get help. Inventory synchronization across multiple channels, warehouse and fulfillment coordination, balancing delivery speed against rising carrier costs are a few examples of breaking points. In the UK, complexity increases significantly once retailers sell on 4 or more channels. That's what we've seen from our trends. Inventory actually starts to become fragile. In the US, the strain is often on fulfillment geography. As you can imagine, US is huge, and carrier diversity is significant. Either way, the core issue is the same. Too many manual decisions per order, and those decisions compound at scale. Next slide, please, Tom. That is where smart order management comes into play. On average, retailers are making 5 operational decisions per order. Take a moment to think about that. You're talking about routing, shipping methods, warehouse allocation, packaging, dispatch documentation. Now multiply that by 1,000 of daily orders. That's 5,000 operational decisions a day. Smart order management is about removing the mental and operational load from those decisions. It's technology that automates and optimizes the entire order lifecycle, from capture through to fulfillment and returns handling. Speed doesn't come from people working harder, it comes from decisions being made instantly and consistently. Next slide, please, Tom. What are retailers already automating? So 80% of the lower mid-market retailers now support more than one order type. You've got B2C, B2B, subscription, marketplace fulfillment, click and collect, with different rules for all of them. 22% say managing these variations is their biggest challenge. And this is where rule-based automation becomes powerful. Instead of staff asking, which carrier should I use? Which warehouse should this go from? Does this qualify for express delivery? Having a system with a rules engine evaluates the order and applies logic instantly. Routing, packaging selection, carrier assessment, custom workflows, all driven by rules. Next slide, please, Tom. And this is a great feature within the LimWorks platform. And I'm going to explain quickly just how the rules engine works. The system looks at an order, checks predefined conditions chosen by yourself, and then performs an action automatically. And you have full autonomy over, sorry about that, autonomy. This matters in delivery and returns because optimization is constant. Carrier prices change, performance fluctuates, return rates vary by SKU. You need the ability to adapt quickly without rebuilding the system. Next slide, please, Tom. And this is just some of the impact we found from our customers using the rules engine. And this gives a good idea of scale. Over 16,000 live rules are currently running across LimWorks retailers. During peak 2024, 2.1 million daily decisions were automated. 47 million decisions were made in November alone. That's 47 million moments where human error was removed. And when we talk about delivery performance and return satisfaction, consistency is everything. Next slide, please, Tom. And we've taken that a step further with Spotlight AI. We've added our rules engine and order management functionality with this new AI featured, just mentioned, Spotlight AI, but surfaces manual and inefficient tasks. Spotlight AI is like an automation coach. It looks at what your team is manually doing and highlights where you're leaking time and money, and then suggests the relevant rule to automate this manual action, giving you back that crucial time. Think about the times your warehouse is having to just click a button. This is here to eliminate that. One example is a customer of ours, Dynergy Limited. They reduced monthly manual actions from 3,700 to just 78 by using Spotlight AI to coach them how to use the rules engine. They save 6 to 7 hours a week, saved thousands monthly through smarter shipping optimization, and audited 100% of their shipping rules. The key shift, they moved from reactive firefighting to proactive scaling. And that's the mindset retailers need heading into 2026. Next slide, please, Tom. So I'm going to just give you some quick top tips here. And if I leave with you 5 practical takeaways for delivery and returns optimization in 2026, there'll be these. 1, automate the decisions that slow you down. If a human is repeatedly choosing a carrier or warehouse, that's automation waiting to happen. 2, create one source of truth for your inventory. Fragmented stock data leads to directly to overselling and preventable returns. Point number 3, orchestrate fulfillment. Don't just execute it. Think strategically about routing logic and carrier performance. Number 4, connect your systems before expanding channels. Channel growth without integration increases return rates and delays. And lastly, number 5, use AI to reduce friction and not add complexity. AI should surface optimization opportunities, not create more dashboards. Next slide, please, Tom. How can LimWorks help your operations? With LimWorks, you can expand across marketplaces and channels without losing operational clarity, automate order sorting, fulfillment routing, and integrated shipping, control inventory centrally, and in real time prevent overselling and reduce return friction caused by stock errors. Because many returns are avoidable, incorrect items, late dispatch, inaccurate stock, and those issues originate upstream. Next slide, please, Tom. And last slide. As IMRG's data shows, growth might be stabilizing, but pressure on delivery and returns is only increasing. Retailers who are going to win in 2026 won't necessarily ship faster. They'll ship smarter, they'll return smarter, and they'll remove operational drag before it becomes customer dissatisfaction. Thank you so much for having me on here today, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I'll hand it back to Andy.